EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Atlanta. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now Ryan on first down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First and 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll take it into the end zone, touchdown. Julio Jones, 43 yards, and the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
And the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. For the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. They've got second and 12 from the 36. Shotgun snap to Lock. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. Great start. You get the points on the first drive of the game. Now here you get an interception. Look to add to your lead.
And I just wonder about the strategy we saw coming right back at them. Yeah, they're down, but I felt like they were pressing it too much. They didn't need to play catch-up this early in the game, and it ended up costing them.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
He was brought down by...
Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Jackson. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
1st and 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's out right at the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Broncos.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
He's brought down by Deion Jones. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Lock. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Lindsey. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
At the Falcons' 39-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
At the 36-yard line.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tim Patrick, 36 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking about 7 yards deep.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Ryan. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's Ryan to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Locke. This is the tight end fan. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Block now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Lindsey, first down and more than that. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
And the Broncos first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Block now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. You have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll find Lindsey here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Out quickly to Judy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this carries into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 and the 34. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Not like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Lock on target to Fant for a Bronco first down.
Broncos first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he slings one that's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it'll bring up third down. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Locke again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Demonte Kazin. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 41, Ryan, a slant to Jones. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking in zone for Jones. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll go down, and that will do it. From the corner action. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. That's caught up in the middle by Hurst. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Brought down by Vaughn Miller.
Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
On the tackle.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are an extra point away from having the lead. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Makes the score Falcons 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Is taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has stuttered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. A gain of 3, second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Locke throwing on target to Fant. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Another run by Lindsey. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today.
A 28-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
Today's final score, Broncos.
Well, going
16.
into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us for